Hi, buddy. Welcome back to Stefanie Drysdale's Cybersecurity Recap number 10 for Friday, March 13th, 2020. Miss Stefanie, welcome back.
Thank you, Chuck. How are you?
Very good. I've been better, although with the recent crisis of the day going on, I'm sure you'll have a few things to talk about with that. Must be a very, very busy week. Very busy week for you. So tell us what's going on.
It has been a busy week. I'm going to keep this recap short today just because I think so many people are even out of the office and doing all that. So we'll just touch on the major points and then let everyone go back to their day. So first, I want to just congratulate Prescient. We have a new venture called Voyant, headed up by our own Jay Connolly, managing director for Voyant. Voyant's going to take over some of the federal contracts and commercial background checks. So while we'll still do high-level HR background checks for pre-employment, Voyant's really going to take over a huge, huge chunk of that. So we're very excited about that. Matthew Lammers shared an article on CSOs evaluating a new job offer. So we talk a lot about the cybersecurity skills shortage and people looking for jobs and how challenging that can be. More so, I think, even than just finding a job, it would be finding the right job. And it was a great article that really highlighted things kind of like who are you reporting to? Have they had a CISO before? Are you the guinea pig? Are you the one who's going to come in and start it from scratch? Not just the pay package, but what's the security department budget? Those are really, really important questions, I think, for CISOs to know going into those situations to make sure that that's going to be a positive fit for them when they're starting their new role. Nabeen Numair shared an article for International Women's Day on how men can be better advocates and allies for women. I love this because I think it really makes this a team effort to help us eliminate some of our unconscious biases and help build better, stronger teams that just work better together, that communicate effectively and efficiently and make us really strong teams. So I love seeing that. This week, Prescient sponsored a luncheon for an organization here in Chicago called BENS. BENS is not just here. They operate all over the U.S. for sure. They're business executives for national security. And what they do is they bridge between military and intelligence and the private sector business. So really cool organization to help communication. Another organization here in Chicago called Chicago First does something similar with just government entities. So Chicago PD and, CTA and other, local FBI branches with businesses as well. So I love to see organizations like this that are communicating and using both the tools and the connections and contacts from the private sector to help them do what they do and to communicate more effectively. The topic for this particular one was human trafficking, never a fun topic. Basil Baz came and spoke to us from ARC. Great guy, just doing amazing work in the space. I think if you've heard any of my recaps, you know that I'm a big fan of Deliver Fund as well. But Basil Baz was really, really passionate and just wanting to so much make this less of a thing and to help these kids. They focus on trafficking of U.S. kids. Really important organization. If you're looking for someone to kind of jump behind and get behind, I think he's a great person to watch and follow and support. So Martin Nielsen from AS Solutions shared an article, or they wrote an article actually on staying safe during the COVID-19 outbreak. This is really, really helpful for everyone to kind of just not give into the panic and the paranoia with this. Remember that media outlets make money off of clicks. So while it is in every single news feed 24/7, does not mean that this is like the Black Plague and we should all freak out. It's definitely not that. It's a big deal to some people, and it's really important that we pay attention to that because we don't want to put vulnerable people in harm's way, like the elderly or immune system compromised. However, for the most part, we just need to make sure, to Christopher Sand's article on coronavirus, that we social distance. And social distancing is basically don't go to really crowded venues, don't go to really crowded places. 6 feet or 2 meters is the recommended distance that we stay, apart from one another. Make sure that you're using just good hygiene. Wash your hands a lot. Cover your mouth when you cough. Don't stay around people that act like they have cooties. So just try to stay safe. Try to stay home for a little bit. I think if we've learned anything from SARS and all of those things before, is that if we separate and stay home for a little bit and minimize our exposure, we can kind of get this back to normal at a fairly soon pace. But it's going to take everybody kind of falling into a moderate position with not being paranoid, but still being smart. So basically, that's all I have for you this week. I hope everyone stays safe and washes their hands. And if you've gone to a remote work model, that you guys are doing it safely and smartly. Watch the clicks, watch anything that comes across your inbox, and kind of just get through it. And we'll get back to normal soon enough. But anyway, have a great weekend, and I will see you all next week.